this is Amazing SKM, and this is a video on the PS Vita applications that you get pretty much straight out of the box when you get your PS Vita. And I'm going to try to keep this video as concise as I possibly can. I know you guys don't really like watching videos too much over 5-10 minutes. So the first application we're going to look at is Party, because I think it lends to you enjoying your Vita a bit more, being able to talk to your PSN friends and things of that nature. And what Party pretty much is a chat application where you can all get in a room, up to 8 people in a room, and you can chat and play games and all that great stuff. So here you see the friends, and these are all the parties that friends are in, and you would simply join one of the parties as long as it's not a private party by tapping on the name of the host person, which typically it would be the person that is not indented under the name, or where you see the little happy faces with the circles. Now you can only have up to 8 people in each party, so aside from that you won't be able to join a party if it's full or if the party is private. Now to start your own party, there's a little icon right over here. You press that. You can name it anything you want. You can allow friends of friends to join the party. I mean, say for instance, if it's people that you don't know personally, but they are friends of your friends. And you can also just choose to have people that you invite allowed to your party. I typically keep it on friends of friends. You would create the party. And at this point, you can actually invite certain people, so you can go down the line. Of course, other people can come along and join the party because I chose friends of friends. But if I chose privately, I would choose the people that I wanted to be in that particular party, just by tapping on these sides. And once you tap so many, it will tell you you can only invite up to 8 people at a time. You would hit invite, and then the invitation will pop up, and then you would click send, and all the people that you selected would get an invite to your party. You can leave the party if you so desire, and you can also check the settings. Now, prioritize chat audio for party means that when you are in a game, say for instance Resistance, or more so Unit 13, in Unit 13 it will lower the sound of your party chat, or even turn it off altogether, unless you click this button right here. And of course, optimize for volume just pretty much turns down the game volume and allows you to hear your party a little bit more. Now, if I were to join a party, say for instance Nemesis, there will be a little icon next to the person playing a particular game. Say for instance Resistance Burning Skies, and I'll have a little demo of it up in a little window up here so you can see it. You tap on that button, and then you'll be able to join that particular person in that game. And then within that game, you'll be able to join a party match or something of that nature. So that is pretty much Party in a nutshell. Let's go on to notifications. Now the notification icon you can get to simply by clicking on this area right here where you see the number 5, and this will give me all the information of what's going on with my PS Vita in the network. And if I wanted to see them all, I would go to more, and it would bring up the notifications here. So you can see it tells me when people have joined a party, it tells me when people are online, it tells me when people leave from being online. You can check your messages. It'll tell you when something's changed in the PSN store, your near trophies. I mean, anything that comes through to your Vita, it will list. You can list only notifications, or if you had a download going, as you can see right here with the Gravity Rush Military DLC Pack, it'll tell you about that information as well. And if you wanted to delete, say for instance, just the downloads, you come to downloads and you would hit the trash can icon over here. Or if you wanted to delete just your notifications, you can delete them right there. That's that application in a nutshell. There's not too much. It's just pretty much giving you information about what's going on your Vita. Now, if you happen to have a notification, if you click on that notification, it will automatically start the application that it is associated with, for in this instance, group messaging. Now, as you can see, it lists here all the chats, or actually text messaging, that you've been doing back and forth with different PSN friends. And the little bubbles here, the little yellow bubbles, indicate that there is a message in that particular message. So you can send messages to plenty of your PSN buddies. You don't have to just send it to one. And people can actually send pictures. So everyone, I want to show you this real quick. Do not try the whole PS Vita birthday get a free PSN card thing. It's a spam trap. From here, I can show the recipients of this particular message. So this is all the people that are getting this particular message. I can actually delete this message. Sorry, Ninjago, but I don't really need that message. So, and you can also look at the settings and how often you want to receive your messages. I receive mine every hour. I don't need to know what's going on every 15-30 minutes. Now, if you happen to want to create a message, if you know your online PSN buddy's name, you can type it in here, or you can just tap here and show your friends right here. And then you can tap on who you want to send the message to, and unfortunately you have to keep going back to add each one, and then you would simply click OK, and then you can type a message to those players. That's pretty much it in a nutshell for the group messaging application. Nothing too elaborate right there. Of course, the browser. Now, with browsing, I can't show you guys a browser right now because I haven't saved yet in Gravity Rush. So we'll have to do that another time. But you guys pretty much know what a browser is and pretty much how it works. It does not have Flash. It's not Flash compatible. So you won't be able to really look at YouTube or anything. But there is a YouTube app coming for the PS Vita. So that should work for you all. Let's look at settings. Now, I won't go into too much detail with this application either. Of course, if you have a 3G version like mine is, if I had the service turned on, which I don't, if I was on a flight, I would simply click here and it will turn off all of my radios, whether it's Wi-Fi, 3G, things of that nature. Here, you can check if there are any system updates, network. You can actually check your Wi-Fi settings, set them up, Bluetooth settings, mobile network settings. You can test your internet and also your internet connection status. So those are pretty much self-explanatory, and they'll walk you through setting up your Wi-Fi or Bluetooth or anything like that. Your PSN network, I will show you a little bit more of this application. I'm going to have to put in my PSN to show you. But we go to account information. I have to put in my password. See if I got that right. And so this is what I wanted to show you. You can actually change your avatar by clicking on here. Now the avatars that you've downloaded on your PS3 will cross over if you make that avatar on the PS3 your avatar, but you will not see them in this list right here. You will only see the ones that they've allowed onto the PS Vita. The same with the panel. It gives you several panels that you can choose from if you wanted to make that as your panel when you leave messages and things like that. About me, you can put any information here up to a certain amount of letters, numbers, and symbols. I have YouTube/AmazingSKM, so I left off the .com on the YouTube part because I just didn't have enough characters. So I hoped everyone would know and realize that you have to do youtube.com/AmazingSKM to get to my YouTube channel. Account information. We won't go into account information again. Your location data, your sound and display, those are pretty much self-explanatory as well. Only thing that might be confusing is AVLS, but they do give you a little help button that tells you, hey, we can turn this on for you, and when you have headphones, we'll set a limit on the volume the headphones can go to. So that's what AVLS is. Location data. This will pretty much say if you want to turn on your location data in places like near and things like that. And these are the games right now that are using location. When I take a picture, near, of course, uses your location, maps, and Disgaea 3. Languages, date and time, that kind of thing is pretty much self-explanatory. And we will go to, let's say, usage. For instance, this is the mobile, if you have your 3G turned on, and system information. Now I will block out my MAC address and everything like that, and my IMEI and things of that nature. But this is the part that's more important with too. Your system software shows you what updates you're on, and this shows you how much memory you have left. So I have had a 8 GB card that came with my bundle. And I have just over 2 gigs left pretty much, so 2.5, somewhere around there. So I'm going to have to get a bigger memory card soon. You got your error history, intellectual property notices, and Google Maps. So that is the gist of your settings. And let's see if we can go over anything else really quick. I guess PSN is important to go over, because you want to be able to download PSN games only, as well as put in PSN cards, redemption codes when you get them with your games and everything. So of course it has a running list of the new releases and popular games right along the top. You can take a look at this year's E3. I'm sure they're only showing Sony information. You can look at PS Vita games only. You can look at cross-play games, which won't be a very big list. And I seem to be having a PSN problem over here. Let's try it again. There we go. So Hustle Kings MLB 12, which I do have. I don't have Hustle Kings, but I have MLB 12 and Wipeout. So those are the only compatible cross-play games currently. And you have minis and everything right here. Those are self-explanatory. You go into there, you see a game or some DLC that you like, you click on it, you say, hey, I want to buy this. Now, what's important about buying? Here you can redeem codes, look at your download list, your service list, and your transaction management. So you can add funds. When you click on transaction management, you can add funds, look at your transaction history, your security, your subscription settings, and my billing information. So to add funds to a wallet, you would have to put in your PSN again. And you can add it with a credit card that you have on your account, brain freeze there, or you can use a PSN card. You can look at your transaction history. Let's try that again. So you can see here that I've gotten some free stuff where it says 0. I paid $5, $10. And I don't believe it actually shows you what you actually bought, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. And you can redeem codes here. Most of the stuff is pretty much self-explanatory. So you can see the military pack, Pure Chess, I downloaded that. Little Bit Planet 2, and some of these things are actually what I downloaded on my PS3 and not to the actual PS Vita, but it gives me all of my history here if my connection will quit being lost. But that is about it, since it still wants to go ahead and log me out and everything. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, go ahead and put them down in the comment section, and I will address them as soon as I possibly can. Thank you again, Hollow Zag, for the request, and I'm sorry it took me so long. I actually recorded several of these videos, but I just couldn't get the right combination, so hopefully this one will suffice for now. Until next time, everyone, take care.